want to move to Norway, learn Norwegian, and achieve the B2 level, here's what you need to know. This is my strategy and here's how I did it. Hei, jeg heter Des. Jeg begynte fra Filippinene og flyttet til Norge for 1,5 år siden. Jeg lærte norsk fordi det på krav for mitt yrke, og nå studerer jeg ved et universitet for å fullføre de ekstra kursene jeg trenger. Samtidig jobber jeg innen mitt fagfelt som laboratorietekniker. Men bortsett fra det ønsker jeg også kunne snakke med lokalbefolkningen og mine norske venner uten å måtte bruke engelsk. Jeg vil få en dypere forståelse av og tilknytning til det norske samfunnet og virkelig integrere meg. Why learn Norwegian? Most Norwegians speak excellent English, but when it comes to certain professions, especially in healthcare, you need to be able to communicate with your patients and your colleagues effectively in Norwegian. So if you're a healthcare professional like me, you need to document B2 proficiency in Norsk. You also need this so you can get authorization to work in Norway. Even though there are a lot of English-speaking jobs and a big international community in big cities, the competition is very high. Also, in smaller towns, it is especially important to have some level of Norwegian. So if you can speak the language, your opportunities will grow exponentially. After finishing my B2 course, I got a job in my industry right away. And after moving to Oslo for my studies, I also got a job within the same month. Employers will be impressed if you learn Norwegian, and it will open a lot of doors for you. A lot of you have been asking how I learned Norwegian. Here is what worked for me. Find your motivation. I needed to reach B2 Norwegian to get my authorization so I could practice my profession in Norway. It's a common requirement in healthcare fields and for other regulated professions. So my main goal was to achieve B2, but I also wanted to save money by studying in the Philippines before moving to Norway, because courses in Norway can cost from 6,000 to 17,000 kroner per level. I also wanted to find a job faster upon arriving in Norway, and also because I needed it to enroll in university and take the extra course that is required from Helsetektoratet. Learning Norwegian while I was still in the Philippines from A1 to B1 helped me settle in faster when I arrived in Norway. I got a part-time job right away and I got accepted directly into the B2 course. But beyond the requirements, I wanted to respect the local culture, make Norwegian friends, and connect with the society on a deeper level. Now that I have reached B2, my new goal is to speak more fluently and naturally. When I decided to move to Norway, I didn't have a concrete plan yet. So I started with language learning apps like Duolingo, Memrise, and Babbel. They helped me learn basic grammar and vocabulary. And thanks to this, I didn't struggle much with noun genders. For example, this one, city, in Norwegian, it's masculine. So because of the repetition, I could remember whenever I need to use it that it's masculine. Same goes with other nouns, because in Norwegian language, there's no explanation why the chair is masculine and then the table is neuter. I know it doesn't make sense at the start. You just have to memorize them, and the best way to do it is through repetition. It also helped me remember sentence structure, that the verb is always second place. I switch it up from time to time with Memrise, because with Memrise, you can choose the category of words you want to learn. They also have videos, so you can practice and listen what it's like once spoken by an actual local. While what I liked with Babbel is that it integrates the grammar lessons into the vocabulary learning. People have mixed reviews when it comes to language learning apps, but for me, they're not meant to replace other forms of learning, but just a way to supplement it. I listened to the Norwegian alphabet and numbers on repeat. After about a day, I memorized them. It's simple but effective. I use the NTNU Learn Now or Norwegian on the web, which covers A1 to B2 and includes a course for healthcare workers. They also have this website called Cast. It is a tool that will help you learn pronunciation, explore various dialects, and differentiate similar sounding words. It really helped me a lot by showing how words and phrases are pronounced differently according to each dialect.
Hvordan går det? Hvor kommer du fra? Hvor kommer du fra?
I also immersed myself to Norwegian. I trained myself by listening to Norwegian podcasts, even though I didn't understand every word yet. I did this while cooking, cleaning, or commuting. It helped me get used to the rhythm of the language, and without realizing it, I caught on to some vocabulary as well.
slik at du kan bruke juleferien.
I watch shows that I used to enjoy as a kid, but in Norwegian. You can watch this on NRK, Disney Plus, and YouTube. I like that they speak slowly and pair their words with actions. But eventually, I wanted to level up my vocabulary, so I watched Norwegian films and series. So, of course, I watched Cam. I feel like everyone who moved to Norway have seen this. Then I watched Troll, Ragnarok, and Hjem til jul. I enjoy Hjem til jul because even though it's for adults, it's still easy to follow and it helped me learn the colloquial expressions and cultural nuances. And I switch it up from Norwegian audio with English subtext to English audio with Norwegian subtext. Eventually, I knew I needed a more structured approach. I was searching for an online Norwegian course that would suit me, help me track my progress, and give me flexibility since I was working full-time, all while being worth the investment. And after comparing different Norwegian courses, I found Speak Norsk fit me best. It's one of the top language schools in Norway, and I enrolled in their Viking offer. It is a package from A0 to B2. I love their speaking pace, clear explanations, and well-structured lessons, and they have exercises to check your progress. You can also ask questions and the teachers respond quickly. Plus, all the books are already included. Speak as much as you can. You can study grammar all you want, but eventually you have to start speaking. After moving to Norway, I took a physical B2 course and practiced speaking with classmates on the same journey. It really helped me see where I stood in terms of fluency. Working part-time also forced me to start speaking. Don't worry about making mistakes. Just try. Confidence grows with practice. Even if you're not great at first, keep trying. You'll improve without realizing it. And lastly, don't compare yourself to others. We all have different starting points and goals. Some of us work full-time, while others have families to take care for. Everyone's situation varies, and so does how long it takes to learn. And that's okay, just focus on yourself. We also learn in different ways. For me, I like a traditional and more structured approach. Find what suits you, stick to your path, and keep your goals in mind. Learning another language can be frustrating. There were multiple times where I've lost motivation. That's why having a clear goal is important. You need to remind yourself why you're doing this. I also felt pressured because I wanted to get a job as soon as possible and work in my field. The 3-year deadline from Helsedirektoratet adds to the time pressure. That's why I really recommend to start learning Norwegian while you're still in your home country and waiting for all your papers to be processed, so you're not rushed with all the time and financial constraints to meet the requirements. But on the plus side, learning Norwegian will also help you understand Danish and Swedish because these Scandinavian languages are closely related. I also noticed that some words are similar with the German language, so it feels like you're picking up multiple languages at once. Learning another language isn't linear, and it certainly doesn't stop the moment you reach a certain level. It's a continuous, ongoing process. That's my Norwegian language journey. I hope it helps you on your own path to learning Norwegian and reaching the B2 level or beyond. Stay motivated, be consistent, and find a method that works for you. Lykke til!